Don't think that just because Nintendo is clearly my favorite that I'm totally ignorant to the other platforms. I'm a fan of gaming as a whole, first and foremost, and a Nintendo fan second. So, I do in fact own a PlayStation 4 and an Xbox One alongside my Nintendo Switch. So, in this video, and maybe even in a future video, I want to talk about the other guys for once. But in this specific one, I wanted to talk about Xbox and what I want them to do, but more importantly, what they might do this year at E3. So, Xbox definitely has it rough, and I do think they have some fun games under their umbrella. Personally, I think Halo 3 is probably the best first person shooter of all time. I love that game. But in the current generation, it's no secret they have problems trying to get games like that again. Now, I'll admit, some of the games they have brought out aren't bad games, but I do think they have a bit of a bad rap due to the disappointing nature of a lot of them. And the fact that Microsoft has cancelled a good amount of their games. I enjoy Gears of War 4, Sunset Overdrive, and Killer Instinct to name a few. I actually bought an Xbox One originally because of Killer Instinct. The problem they have is that they have to make a game that yells, "System Seller!" They have a good amount of titles I have enjoyed, but the problem is, none of them have had critical acclaim across the board like PlayStation and Nintendo has had. If someone wanted a PlayStation 4 or a Nintendo Switch, you could point them towards Zelda or God of War. Every other decent to good exclusive afterward is just more reasons to make that purchase. They add on top of that. Xbox simply has a lot of okay to good games, but they need that system seller. So when it comes to E3, I think that's what they absolutely need. I don't really think it will happen, but that's just what I think is needed. Whether that be an expansive open world RPG style game or a more linear cinematic masterpiece, they just need something. I like to hope that one day they will make that game. But for now, I'm pretty pessimistic when it comes to that. That's what I think they absolutely need though. However, what do I think will realistically happen at their E3 show? Well, I do think we'll see a lot of games. Microsoft typically fills their show with a lot of games. The issue is most of them won't be any form of exclusive. It'll be nice to see those games, but when I watch these shows, I'm eagerly awaiting exclusives, even if they are just console exclusives. Because if there's any platform I barely play, it's PC. No reason why, I'm just not too into it. So when a game comes out as a console exclusive, I look at it as something I'm going to play on that console. So with that being said, I also think we're going to see a new Forza, since we get one every year. They're also probably going to do that weird thing where they showcase a car on stage because they think it'll hype up the Forza crowd. I mean, maybe it does, I don't really have any idea. I don't really play Forza or those realistic racing games. I also think we will see some kind of new IP. Now, I think that's a little more out there compared to the other things I think will happen. But a lot of the studios has been pretty silent, so I'm thinking maybe we'll see something new from one of them. It's possible that any year now, we will also see a new Halo, since it's been a while since Halo 5 released, I believe. I'll be playing Halo 6 whenever that happens, even if the games are going through a sort of decline. I kind of want to see where they go from here and try to help them get to a place that's better than where it is now. I'll be a lot more excited though for a Gears of War 5, as I think 4 was actually really good and actually kind of held up in quality with the rest of the series. I also expect some kind of big third-party game showcase like they've had in the past with Anthem. I mean, maybe it'll be Anthem again, who knows, but I just kind of hope not. I'm not really too into Destiny Division type games. I also think it's pretty much guaranteed that we will also see a big push from their indie game offerings. Especially with Cuphead blowing up like it did, I don't see why Microsoft would do that. In terms of things I personally want, all I really want is a Gears of War 5 and that possible unlikely system seller title. I'd absolutely be excited for a new Fable game too, even if 3 wasn't all that great and Lionhead is no longer around. I would simply just love to see the franchise go on. I don't want the franchise to be dormant or dead. Especially with all the advancements to the open world RPG genre since the 3rd Fable game. I'm really interested to see what a regular RPG Fable game would look like these days. I expect them to continue hyping up their backwards compatibility also, since it's easily the only major feature their console has over the others. I don't generally have a ton of things I want from Xbox. However, the one thing I do want is something really hard to do. PlayStation and Nintendo do a great job with making system sellers, but once Xbox manages to get on track and makes one, then I think we will see the brand shine again. I think the main reason Xbox gets a ton of hate these days is because they have something to prove here. They have to prove to people that their games are worth it. You can play a decent game on Nintendo or PlayStation, but you still feel your purchase was justified thanks to the other games you love on the platform. But on Xbox, playing decent game after decent game after decent game is not enough to convince people to purchase your games. All they're seeing is mediocrity. So what do you do? But you know what? What do you guys think about this? Because some people may look at things differently than I do. So let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think about Xbox as a brand right now, and what do you think they might do at E3. And I'll look forward to those comments. But for now, I'll see you guys in the next video. And by the way, that next video, we're talking PlayStation next. See you there.